even they banned him, there was a man, a Wolof man called Serif Bajan. I think he was the vice president of the council. He got up and spoke in Wolof to the point of crying, shedding tears. He said Bakausu has a large following. Bakausu is a family man. The reason why we called him here today, let's discuss that. The whole world is listening and looking at us. If we want to condemn Bakausu, I'll tell him and ask him to tell the world that whatever he said is a lie. That's very wrong. Let's please discuss this amicably. Another man called Sidi Minte from Sanchaba Sule Job also supported Mr. Bajan's view. He said, let's discuss about the sighting of the moon. But what you wanted to do, let's forget about that. But that didn't stand. They decided to ban Bakausu. So after we left that place, Bakausu also sat down with friends and discussed with them about what has happened. We wanted to sue them to the court. Bakausu told us, let's forget about taking this thing to the courts. I don't even have time for that. They have a younger brother called Omar Fofana. He was the naib or the assistant to Bakausu Fofana in the mosque because the witness said he was not steady. He used to go and come. He told them there is an old man who has been a civil servant for quite a long time, so and is well known to the family. He told them, now let's go to that man and explain this matter to him and listen to his advice. We went to visit that man at Bijilo. We have been to that man on 2 to 3 occasions discussing the same matter.
Mr. Fofana, can you just tell us finally what conclusion was reached? Did Bakausu decide to do anything about the ban?
Mr. Fofana, silang kuonyi nyalabang ni lafta ya fanya fo Bakausu ni anarna kusura la menke labang kuonyi ndabang tongola karo labang.
The man we visited at Bijilo also helped us. Then we decided to and told us to write a letter to the president. Bakausu explained his view in the letter, saying that he has had a confrontation with the council. And what they said means that if you kill somebody's half, he said all his life what he knows is to learn and try to make others learn or teach other people. And he has a large following. If he should stop preaching and teaching at this moment, a lot of people will be affected. So the letter he wrote to the president towards the end, what Bakausu wrote there is, Mr. President, this is what happened. I don't know whether you are aware of my confrontation with your council, but as the head of state, I would like you to take a stand in this matter and look at what has happened.
And during this time, are you aware of, or are you aware whether Bakausu actually followed the terms of the ban? Did he obey it?
Ko fo ila ku woni nyala bonyi fo afurete da sonno longo tole ban fo Bakausu narna bulanyi son nyi chartol no mala ban wala nyi tongo nyi yemel la kamba.
Bulate no abukadi amudala abukadi amdawda na yetole ala ni nyama amute fe wala nyama. Yes, he agreed. He stopped preaching. He stopped talking at conferences and so on. What they said, he complied with what they want.
And you eventually said that he sought advice from different people and eventually decided on the advice of someone to write or to petition the president.
Ando ko anarna yamaro nyikani mo jamal bulu anarna karindo soto modo fana bulu men narna yamaro ko nyina ko silang ngaleta rosa fe ka ski president wa follow.
Was there a response to that letter?
Wole daro nyi yemen sa fe president wa fo jabiro narna soto to ba.
Until letter rosa mo first state house nga post ye president en jabi o lokon fonkon.
I personally took the letter to State House and the president responded or replied us that same week.
And what was the response?
Mona keta nunja ajabiroti ala jabiroti.
Yes, president men sa ka wa ka lafran isina be nesi si ngaksia ko nyina ngakacha.
The president, his response or his reply was that he invited Bakausu and told him to come so that we can sit down and discuss this matter.
Do you know what that date was that Bakausu was supposed to have an audience with the president?
For o lungo nyi isa mutano la ba lungo men na Bakausu nyana kasi aning ya jame yi mitingo soto ba.
Olon exactly ntalo na bara letro nyina jabiro ay le men sa fe yetene lo le na nyanta nyojelan boda yenta ten lo ntar na ntar state house mere ye first telephone wato.
Well, I cannot remember the day exactly, but the invitation for us to go to see him was on a Monday, and we went. We were there from morning till around 2 p.m.
And just in brief, can you tell us what discussions took place during that meeting and who was present?
Pra suriaro fo isa fo no nyi mitingo nyi kono je muna kachala je anu jumala ma beda mitingo nyi to.
O lum fulo birintala mbeje fotalam fula president na dara odi dokina ko bi nata nyoje no la.
We were there till 2 o'clock, and the president later sent one of his orderlies to inform us that, well, he is busy, he cannot meet with us that day. Then he told us to come back on Wednesday. That Wednesday we went back, and that was the day when we met with other members of the council.
State House
at State House itself.
And what time was the meeting?
Meeting on Yinketa Montro Wadi Jumal.
What of Namiro that Kabiring Talankil Wato?
The meeting started around 1 o'clock, 1 p.m.
For Suro Transe.
Till 8 o'clock or 8 p.m. in the evening.
Tell us briefly what was discussed. Apart from members of the Supreme Islamic Council, yourself and Bakausu, were other members or other people in attendance?
Ninga borete ni Bakausu la ni Supreme Islamic Council la molla. For more cotton sort of dole sort of Mabera meeting in Doba.
Bakausu Tani Siaka Sedi Taraje.
I went myself with Siaka Sedi and Bakausu.
And in Malanjai Brikama.
Plus Malanjai from Brikama.
And in Doma Dobe Omar Fofana.
And one of my younger brothers, Omar Fofana.
And in Dobe Kafai Kisima, Kana Sorla Mati, Bakosula Mulama Bar Kisima Jamala, Kana Sora Hani Ajamel meeting Lalto.
And a man called Kisima, a Sarahuleman. He is an interpreter. He used to do interpretation for Bakausu, and sometimes even the president himself invites him to do interpretation for him.
Ani Babali Fanabi Al-Haiba.
Al-Haiba was also at that meeting.
Ani moj sorry astaghfirullah Al-Haiba ko obe spring ila council on Arawol ngina rola ko ani mo ko don tomal.
Al-Haiba came with the Supreme Islamic Council, but these are the people who attended.
And what was discussed during that meeting?
Meeting on you joining on a Mona Kacharaje.
Brindara Bakosina for Komonko, Ngamonfa Koko, Ned Dino, Mbewala Kanga Menjanka, Wala Kawandi, Council on in Anna Balang, Eko, Nkamembe for Bangkok, and Ngafo Faniala, Ngafo Dunabe Konotoyante, Dunabe Sal no Dunkilnela, Dunabe Sal no Dunkilnela, Nkadawan Kawando Kenyam and Toyata Kokora, could not call the president.
When they sat down and asked Bakausu his mission, he said, I am here to say that these council members asked me to tell the whole world and the Gambian people that all that I have ever preached are lies, and whatever I have been telling the people are lies, and this is why they decided to ban me.
Ayata ko karamo bembulu tafijol bembulu jamabe no sa ne kon kana karando ko wandi de wol mo wol mo fanal be kele nyaada dunte balud latende nam ka karando do namuna do ko mambe kelo mankulon nam ka karanda mat.
He told them, now they banned me even from teaching, and I have a lot of students whom I am teaching. Now if they ban me from teaching, what about the students who are now learning from me? And my job throughout has ever been teaching and learning. Now, if I stop that, how can I have a living? Because I get my living out of this job.
Ala karon start nyaming anate tara nyaming ala karando ala balwol be ken be fo kon ka tabe dunya ko nyama membe ka be fo president je president konton ko la.
After he exchanged greetings, that's the time he narrated this, and then he went on to narrate his history since he started teaching on whatever he does up to that point. He explained everything to the president.
Bira pareta dia mola kumola jamfo ka beta fono ba nimba ko sona obe kumo dol ko ndante mam memfo.
Well, after he was ready, I cannot explain everything here what Bakausu said, but maybe if he comes, he himself will clarify everything to you people.
Etol council of fana lo kunu kumbal ngamen fo jana be fana nataje.
All members of the Executive Council of the Supreme Islamic Council also were in attendance.
Mola men turana na wule ako Bakausu yetol la do ko kolani bake bula bo fla president.
Modlamin Toure then got up and told the president that Bakausu has made their job very difficult for them.
Nada ko tem Bakausu ko tem.
If he says this, Bakausu will say another thing different.
Bako be femba be kela mo Bakausu lela.
And the majority of the country listens to Bakausu.
Nya ye salo buka keno anyama Bakausu le be bulo be ko kono. Because
the reason for the country not being able to pray the same day is because of Bakausu.
Ya kuma jamal foje membe fono la jam.
A lot of things there. Just to cut matters short, I cannot repeat all those things here.
Wale meton fama kabirin talan kilen fo suro talan se wanda si chakandi.
This is why the meeting started around 1 o'clock and went on up to 8 p.m.
Ninda fana ko mo be fola ja wato be jam fa balal.
If I want to say everything here, it will take a long time.
Par kumola sutu ya kam.
But to cut things short,
Ibrahima Jeju fana diamura je.
Ibrahima Jeju also got up and spoke.
Kongo mem fo council oto.
What he said at the council meeting is
the
same thing that he emphasized to the president.
Abulai
Fati got up. He told the president that we are not disputing with Bakausu about the sighting of the moon. The problem between us and Bakausu is about you, the president, you, Yaya Jammeh. He told Yaya Jammeh that Bakausu said, if anywhere is going to be destroyed, it is going to start in Fonyi. Because you hold festivals in Fonyi. You take people, men and women, to Fonyi, and they do a lot of bad things there.
Aneka bukarabol fanal pileje konsa misisi kukaran kalanka kuka mayaranke kolu.
And they do a lot of drumming there.
Akotela dino mankalesa.
He said your religion is not clean.
Akene akela sionen.
He insults you and he insults your tribe.
Kumakan kolem bafa president nyakora ka president kamfani Bakausu kam.
He said a lot of hard things and attributing those things to Bakausu just to make the president angry. If yourself, you were there, you will see that the president has become very angry with the words from Imam Fati. To cut matters short, after Imam Fati said all those sorts of things.
And you've already told us that Imam Fati was the Imam of State House itself, is that correct?
Yeah, from Moli and Komandoko, Imam Fati, Adelamu Al-Mamudi State House.
State House Imamoti?
Yes, he was the Imam at State House.
President Kela.
The president listens to him.
And what would you say was his relationship with the president based on the fact that he was the Imam at State House?
Because the president Selendi ala jumoto anin sarwato mana wato soroje juma atelemo almam ratiboti ye nata taje dora mola antura ka salindro kaje dora sidiasi se baratelemo first imam.
Imam Fati was the first imam there. He leads prayers and Yaya Jammeh prays behind him either on Fridays with Friday prayers and all these other prayer times he leads. But sometimes when he's not around, he has an assistant, Modlamin Toure at that time, who leads prayers. And if both of them are not there, Sidia Sise will lead prayers.
And would you say that Imam Fati was influential over Yaya Jammeh and that Yaya Jammeh respected his advice and views.
For eba follow ko to saying Imam Abdullah Fati ay kango akaya jame sondinu no kumol lale kumol lale bang na ya fa bang
na kuma jama fa da kalala.
Yaya Jammeh takes a lot of words from Imam Fati.
And this same Imam Fati was the person behind the ban.
And Imam Fati atele be nyin tongo nyin koma bang
tongo na sabobo ma telti.
Yes, the ban on Bakausu was because of Imam Fati's stand. Because it was Imam Fati who produced that letter, and it was Imam Fati who decided to start with harsh words. Imam Ture was the president, but he follows Imam Abdullah Fati. Because, as I know, Modlamin Ture is not somebody has, because he has been a good friend to Bakausu.
You are saying that the president of the Supreme Islamic Council, in fact, was taking directions from Imam Fati.
Iko Modlamin Ture, Supreme Islamic Council president. Tembo waro dolbe je ka kangota Imam Fati bul.
Yes.
And
Imam Fati la kuma kana ka fundi banda dina Modlamin Ture kuma count.
Because usually what we hear outside, most of the time is from Imam Abdullah Fati, and he talks more than Modlamin Ture.
And even though Imam Fati held a lower position in the Supreme Islamic Council, he was very powerful by virtue of the fact that he was Imam of the State House.
Supreme Islamic Council palaso member of Supreme Islamic Council palasi ningola babulu je nyaonya bari akumta council of Supreme Islamic Council andung atal narana ke State House la Al Mahmoudi.
Kuma be nakrim president la nyame kara hani ni mobe dula kilinto ni tala palaso wara no nakra president la tete ke hakilo tuba ke wala potol.
Yes, because he was very close to the president. If you are at a place, working at a place with somebody, even if he's your boss, but if that person is closer to the head, then you have to be very careful of that person.
And these allegations that were made by Imam Fati against your brother Bakausu, were they in fact true?
Nyintumiro la me alonko Imam Abdullah Fati ke ikoto maka memu Bakausu Fofana fo tonya lemba fo tonya le nyintumiro kuma kawle ba
tonyata kuna hasidia ni jawya ni konante adron anim bala fa bala menga banko lansarote.
Yeah, no, they were not true. Imam Fati was full of hatred, hypocrisy, and he is not even a citizen of this country.
And you would agree with me that in all of these things, control is important to control public morality and order.
Yes.
And was that the role of the Supreme Islamic Council at the time?
For Supreme Islamic Council, for wala muila maranyati bang watola bang.
What more yaja ko mol samma nyame to fanale ndolla dino kambul wala yan han kabi dino fongelo Kenya han kabi o Kenya fambe bulo kono.
Well, yes, that's the way. And the way that Yaya Jammeh was doing things, they were following him and they were in agreement with him. And I can say that still, up to this time, that's how things are still running.
Arbiri Yaya Jammeh be yani semmo mo kemede sa tallulo be bota ba mol file ka sali adiate nyame kado tolbe siramam fanka ila mandate nyambanda man sonko boje be sirinja adiate dina banko alfal mon la pour yetraje hanodo de be balandinje karto ka fay damando tolbe balandinje.
Well, I can say that after Yaya Jammeh's regime ended, well, their power has gone down. If they were having 100% power, now I can say that they have 50% power.
Mr. Fofana, please listen to my questions carefully. That was really not the question that I asked. And I would just perhaps ask another question in a different way. You've already agreed to the fact that the Supreme Islamic Council were responsible really for order within the Islamic religion.
Supreme Islamic Council
You have also denied that, in fact, your brother Bakausu actually insulted the president. However, can I give you this scenario? if it was the case that Bakausu actually insulted the president or was insulting Jolas or other tribes in the Gambia.
Ning ayadra sonya tonya Bakausu ayaya jamaya nenne waranta ay Jola nenne waranta ay si kotangol no neng banko kanjang.
On account of the Islamic on account of their religion, then it would be the responsibility of the Supreme Islamic Council then to actually regulate that matter.
Woto ninga tara coming ay misalo men dila dia ra wobe kere ne woto jumala menyanda bunda menyanda ko huonyi suki warando kaje ko nyi jara wala mi Supreme Islamic Council ti atala admiro
ay tolle li yo fo ko ba ko ka president neng e tolle la foro mod barame ko nga ka president neng ba ko se dino karana lon ko dino men ka nyoden ni donti ka to nya fo anen ka nen droga men kliya.
This was their plan to incite the president against Bakausu. Because Bakausu is a landman, he knows that even religion is against insulting people. So Bakausu will not do that. But this was their plan.
And would you agree, sorry Mr. Fofana, but would you agree that it was the role of the Supreme Islamic Council to regulate that in the event that any imam, not only Bakausu, was actually making such remarks? I just want you to answer that question.
Lafta wrong, pa yin yin karo nya jabe ning ayadra. Komen ning adra ning ye Bakausu ya tumi meneng. Fa telem ban fa imam koten namba ning adra umuto nyal di ka siol ne waranda ka president oneng. Oduno be jumale kan ngamre Supreme Islamic Council en kaw ko nyin jara kaw ko nyin ka be toboto ba fa manke wali tolleti.
Ha ne ara naka nen drogue. Itollel be lor ndino la kola.
Yes, yeah, that's true. If really he has been insulting, well, it is their job to put a stop to it.
Please continue and tell us who else spoke at the meeting and what was discussed.
Tentanya fanya jumala kotan diamuta meeting la ando amari nye munefo meeting la State House.
Sidia Sise fana diamuta.
Sidia Sise also spoke there.
Ani Sirf Bajan fana diamule la vice president.
The vice president of the council also spoke at the meeting, Serif Bajan.
Yo bridiamo be banda already bri president kam fada president na jabiro kamena.
Well, after all of them spoke and the president became very angry, he later spoke.
President adat limba kausula.
Then that's the time when the president started to criticize Bakausu.
Akaya setan londole be bulu.
He told Bakausu that your knowledge is of satanic is a satanic knowledge.
Akate Kurano Krambirim Bakra Fonas ya jambe fong akate Kurano Kram fo Bakra Fonas a 50 tafsiro fanal.
Well, Yaya Jammeh said he learned the Quran from the beginning to end, from Bakara to Wannas. He repeated that over and over. He said he used to listen to Bakausu's cassettes, but Bakausu doesn't narrate things correctly.
Was this meeting recorded?
Meeting on Yingale Mesro State House for another record lebang.
Ya record la kasero from puro halaniro fonga nanda me wodmo video klopol be ya video fana kasero ya video klopol tema puro video klopol wole wala kala pira puro ka ba kasu sontonde banko ka.
Well, it was recorded, both audio and vision, or both audio and video, because those days immediately after that meeting they sent some of those videos to some video clubs and to some other outlets so that they will just make Bakausu somebody who becomes a hated person in the country.
And do you know whether that video was also played on the national TV station?
O video nying ila londoro fo fo da jere ban fo inara na play na television bumbu aro ba.
Anda meto ya funi television bunda to mo banko be nyaaje ya ke ofana pour banko be yaaje.
The meeting was carried live over the national television station.
And we have a copy of that video today, and later on we will show you just a brief excerpt of it and then tender it into evidence at the appropriate time.
Oh, video nying ala fanna do soro janno nyaro sinim do mandemba video nying ba play le na puriya jube ye la londi no la fakang.
Please proceed and tell us how the meeting went. Continuing from what Yaya Jammeh was saying.
Yaya Jammeh nada fo ba ko sa ko council ko alsalda bonde nemba ko tema.
That's the time when Yaya Jammeh told the council members, now you people just move yourselves between me and Bakausu.
I've
heard from all of you.
Bakausu kuma kilim fo ya ko drona bala fala ko.
Bakausu said one thing there. He said that has really made him sad. Because he said he was born in Islamic knowledge and his job was always to teach people. And that's what he lives by. He has other people's children. Now, from now on, I will leave him. Wherever he goes and preaches, his cassettes will be recorded and played over the radio.
Police data ye council data ye Bakausu na memang kado reporter fra sa telephone be wulla kola ate mobula la kola.
He said now the police should be out of it and everybody will be out of it. Now whatever Bakausu does, he himself will deal with Bakausu. He told them now, you have to rest. It is now between me and Bakausu. When the meeting was about to come and end, because before he lifted the ban on Bakausu, Yaya Jammeh was still angry as he was talking. He decided to raise his foot. He was wearing a shoe like this, shoes like this, the Marrakesh type of shoes. He told Bakausu that this shoe is even nearer to Allah than you, Bakausu. He told Bakausu that you are nothing to Allah. If you can do anything, then try and escape from here. He told Bakausu that look at the soldiers standing here. There was one of the soldiers there from their village called Balo. The president went on to tell Bakausu that, do you know Balo da Kalaba, which means Balo with the big mouth? Go and ask Balo who is Yaya Jammeh. Balo was an ex-soldier. He told Bakausu that you don't know me, but Balo knows me. There were some soldiers standing behind him. He told them, nobody looks low on me, even in the traffic. Do you know me? The reason why I became a soldier, he even narrated the reasons why he became a soldier. He said initially he wanted to go and become a doctor. But at Denton Bridge, a lady was made to disembark from a car. He said that woman is a beautiful woman. He said, in those days, I don't trust the police. So when I saw them harassing this woman, I decided to intervene. This is how the police knew me, and they released the woman because of my intervention, and the woman left. So he said with that incident that he saw, this is why he said, I wanted to become a doctor, but I'll change, I'll now become a gendarme.
Akaya ko nadia de 20 years mbe soro na jaita bola jan 20 years mfama dindi nemenda ba mar wayal na fo balan tablo kay du karantu waya mira no ben soro no la found.
Then he went on to tell Bakausu that if you don't mind, I'll lock you up for 20 years from this very minute. So their stepfather who went with him removed his hearth and placed it on the table and pleaded with Yaya Jammeh to forgive them.
Akaya balo nante moment.
He went on to tell Bakausu, you will know who I am. Our stepfather pleaded with him. Then later on he said now he has forgiven Bakausu.
And as Yaya Jammeh insulted and ranted on, insulted Bakausu, that is, and ranted, can you tell us where Bakausu was at that particular time and how you saw him?
For isa for no kabrim Yaya Jammeh la diamoni kono ay Yaya Jammeh aya neng
ay Bakausu neng.
So for isa for no boy at Bakausu mo tembola at be min dole dun
abe sirin ko be sirin janyame
Bakausu was sitting down facing Yaya Jammeh as I am sitting here now.
But
we went with the confidence that he will not lock us up.
Because Bakausu bira fama be fundlanga to man fon tolmu tal bolten kabalu talo ala tolanga mem fo nga menga ngalongo masato okela diamol be ke barota kela.
Because Bakausu, just like his father, is somebody who has means. And when we were leaving to go and attend that meeting, what we did, we know that he will not be able to lock us up.
So, that's
how we went back home after 8 o'clock in the evening. When we were going out of the hall, everybody was shaking hands with the presidents one by one. I was second to last to shake hands with the president. Then I talked to him there. He told the president, he told the president that you don't know Bakausu. Bakausu is helping you, but it is these people who are trying to instigate you against Bakausu. He is somebody who teaches people humility and discipline. And if we have that in this country, enough discipline, then that will be easier for you to rule. He told the president that those people that you have given vehicles, you can even give a vehicle to Bakausu. Then he told me that if I am going to give him a vehicle, tell him to leave me alone. Let him not insult my tribe and let him not insult me. I told him Bakausu doesn't do that. This is how we dispersed on that day.
Inshallah.
Inshallah.
Mr. Fofana, do you think that was a reasonable question to ask?
What type of question? Council.
Yeah?
He's asking what type of question you mean?
Indeed, perhaps I need to phrase my question better. Was that a reasonable request to make?
For a coffee time, can Sahara or Purmoe can receive a canimba.
By Jame to you.
Kaboya Jame Canetea.
Sorry, Jamurunka Mama Jamoy.
A coffee time, Romo Canindric Sahara or the Purkaboya Jame Canetea, Canindro, Yemen Canningabu.
Koya Jambe Amunda.
Let me help the witness here. You said Yaya Jammeh asked that Bakausu should not insult him or the Jola tribe. So was that a reasonable request to make from Bakausu? That's the question.
Bakausu Yaya Jammeh koyko fo Bakausu wora akana nasio neng fo tam romo kanendiri sahaya no kabo Yaya Jammeh kanete yaba
anda mo fo Yaya Jammeh
Itele of Yaya Jammeh for
Yaya Jammeh to ko na birna bulo di nyola ngo fa na buldum lal.
Yes, it was me who told Yaya Jammeh when I was shaking hands with him.
I enda fo nga ku fodi Bakausu de nan kay na be bakilin fakila mbuloji ya ko yena be bakilin kay ha.
He even there asked me whether you are related to Bakausu. I told him that we are from the same mother and father when we were shaking hands, when I was shaking hands with Yaya Jammeh.
It's not very clear, and you've actually reported, you've actually already said this portion of your narration. The specific question was that whether Yaya Jammeh's request was reasonable or not. I don't know if the interpretation is accurate.
Okay, go.
Akaka menyininka. Yaya Jammeh la foko puru Bakausu kana neng akana la jola siolu neng. Ako fodu mu nyininka sahari muleti ka fo Yaya Jammeh nyanta ite nyininka la wala.
Atilo fonda abula fadi nyola foro wala na koya ko fa ko kana woke nka ko abuko.
Well, when he said that to me, I said this is something that Ablai Fati and others decided to concoct, but Bakausu doesn't insult you. This is what I told Yaya Jammeh.
So you deny the allegations, essentially, that Bakausu was insulting the Jolas and the president?
Amunta ibalanta o tumiro nyina ka foko Bakausu aka Jolal nenne ani aka Yaya Jammeh fana nenne ite balanta o tumiro nyina yemen fama.
No, manso wala itoler ka fasar nyamena because Bakausu ka foni londo la silola.
Well, I don't accept that. I don't agree to that. Bakausu, whatever he says it according to the Islamic way. But they decided to say it in a way which is an incitement.
kon si ose kara an sara kula ko la kono wafo bula aleta karala kono wafo wala mo diamond wafo men gala bula aleta karala fulo la ko al kuru wafo bula bura ko jola la ko alena dino kam bele kanda dino la.
But Kausu doesn't refer to only one tribe, because even in his preachings he tells the Sarahules that stop selling diamonds and so that you can come to the religion and follow the religion properly. Diamonds has changed your minds. Even the Fulas, he tells them, stop selling your kola nuts and come and follow the Islamic religion properly. Bakausu has ever been like that, but he doesn't say it in an insulting way.
Mr. Fofana, let me ask you some questions on this point.
Mr. Fofana,
do you think, or do you not think, that these were inflammatory remarks to make about people's tribes?
Ako fo ila mira loro nyin kuma kan sifal to kafo siol to amang ke kuma kan ne alon ko abe siol nyin kam abe jusu bola abe kan fandilal
ba kauska fa nyama ne siol man kan fa to la kawani ya wole kan fa wulina abulay fa dinyo la diamu ya wole kan fa dunne mol.
Well, the way Bakausu says it, well, they didn't make these tribes angry, but it is the way that the Supreme Islamic Council and people like Imam Fati, how they decided to preach it and how they decided to explain it to the people, that's what made the people angry.
You've already told us that he made certain remarks to the Jolas, and a Jola man actually got up with a cutlass and tried to attack him.
Ya fo jang konunga kuma kan dandam beje mi alon ko ya fo Jola alma fo Jola kewdo wulita no anim fango alafta kaboya kan
dama jejo ko Bakausu ko Jola la al don bulale na karanla.
According to Ibrahim Ajeju, yes, what was said was that he told the Jolas, stop dancing and come and learn Islam.
Ibrahim Ajeju lo fola meeting laro barama che ko ko photo nyala bargela Spring Council meeting laro Ibrahim Ajeju lo ko mo sambana je wala ko mo foje ako wala kera burmal photo nyala. I
cannot ascertain to it as the truth whether Bakausu said this, but this was narrated by Ibrahim Ajeju at their council meeting where Bakausu was invited.
Mr. Fofana, I understand that your brother Bakausu was trying to preach, or he was actually indeed preaching. But don't you believe that some of the remarks he made to certain tribes would have offended them?
Mr. Fofana, tonya Bakausu mukawandi lalete ando akakawando lekenum. Bari ila mira roto akakawando Kenya menaka kumolu fo nyaming. Ya mira fo kuma kangulu dolute wo mo dolu kamfala bang akefo nyaming. Well, preaching, some people like it, but some people doesn't like the way some people preach. The Pharaoh's name didn't come into the Quran just merely like that. The prophet's name didn't come like that barely into the Quran. Our mother Maryam's name didn't come into the Quran merely just like that. Plus other prophets, it is because of a reason that their names were mentioned in the Quran. In preaching, sometimes what you say looks inflammatory to others, and some other people accept it as the truth, and some people accept it really as an Islamic way of doing things. It's left to the people themselves to decide.
And do you believe that in preaching, you have a right to make offensive remarks against other tribes?
Akondung kawando okono, fodo ila miraroto anyantale, puru isi kumakang kolango fo modoli bang siodoli.
Kawando bang?
Nibe kawandola.
Kawando a depend ni dia mo fanna tintasio menna. Misalve ni mandin kolele kugesa mandin kola linkobula.
Well, it depends on which tribe does what. Even if it is the Mandinkas, and they are fond of doing something which is not Islamic, you can tell them, well, this thing is not Islamic, you have to stop it. You can say that.
Mr. Fofana, the point I'm trying to get at is that you can preach, you can tell people not to engage in certain activities. But when you go as far as actually targeting a particular tribe and making certain insinuations about their culture, then I believe that would become offensive to that particular tribe.
Mr. Fofana, kamem fole mnyinti, mosi kabando kenole, baribitung, kawandinya atutawle bulu sa ni sio dobe kering inata kumo dolu fo wo sioma andu yafo ye nyaming anatake kankole ngoti ife itelie wa fo dung ila miroto munana wo sekeno kutile membe kamfandila
no kara kawando ko ngafo kawando buka dia mobe po do be sa fo mo hanana fa fa la sekuya
yes
no mon kuya fa na fo na to dia mo kenya bulu.
Yes, well, that really is true, but it depends on how you deliver your words, how you are going to explain that thing to the people. Because preaching, as I said before, well, some people will take it, but some other people will not take it. It depends on the people we are talking to.
And indeed, Mr. Fofana, that is exactly my point. I believe that as an imam, you have a responsibility to foster peace and also tribal harmony amongst the community.
Ako Mr. Fofana kumom nyimu woleti bari kawando ni ba kala tela miroto wolem isafo nyama mensi molu kambendi isafo nyama mensi molu katandi nyola molu senyo faham isaje asidungi sondomoto ngamira kawando nyanta kala wala nyama
baka su molu makano fenna fode ni wata ko akoko kuyamole dambe ko molu la fo men kata kala.
Yes, that's what I have been saying. Baka also delivers things in a way that people like. This is why he has a large following. So if there is another way to it, that's left to the people themselves how they took it. But the reason for a large crowd, to have a large following, is how he delivers his sermons. Because even apart from this, Jola tribesmen call Bakausu to go and attend their gamos and other activities. There are even some Mandinkas, his own tribe, who don't like him and who doesn't even invite him to their meetings or their activities. But if you want to please everybody, then you will not tell the truth. So because the reason why I'm saying this, wherever Bakausu goes, people will rush to come and meet him. They like him, this is why they behave like that on him. But because just as a Gambian, if they had hated him, nobody will follow him and they will not even listen to him. Because even in an exam, if you get 60%, you have passed. Much more, you get 90%. Well, in fact, if Bakausu himself comes, he might be able to clarify some points. How things happen, how he says things, and whatever has happened, he himself may be able to clarify some of those things.
And would you agree with maybe it's Bakausu or any other imam that if one steps over the line in terms of provocation of different tribes or even of religious views, then it would be up to the state to interject at that stage and basically put him in line?
Fo ibe son na nyin melko fo ni Bakausu ay kawando fo tembe daro me alon ko ala fita ko nyi ala kawando nyi nak ala fita ka fitino nyi wulundi fa futa da bank nyaaton ko la fannala ye nyanto solo man say nyaato solo pour ka dadu ko nyi kono pour ka dimbani ndibon
well, if the preaching is about to cause commotion or create chaos, well, the head of state should get up and do something about it.
But Supreme Council left ya jambete bara mancha ko Bakausu ni la kaundo mo na ko Bakausu la kaundo ko la kaundo ko la fitno ko ya menki.
It is the Supreme Islamic Council who wanted to create a problem between the council or between the people and Bakausu. Bakausu has never had a problem with the community or with a crowd or with a certain religious sect. But
go ahead.
But it is this Supreme Islamic Council who created all these problems between Bakausu and the head of state.
Thank you very much, Mr. Fofana. We accept your point that the state can interject if imams go over the mark or religious leaders. And in essence, Yaya Jammeh lifted the ban of Bakausu at the end of that particular meeting that day.
Amunta onya kuonyin kabranga umito onyi nara na sorota ya jaminar na tongonyin ka bondi ya Supreme Islamic Council tongomel na Bakausu kan ya jaminar na tongonyin bondile.
After hearing from all the people who spoke on that day,
biringa la moiro ke karo fulol be la mol media mendia on Bakausu la karola ani Supreme Islamic Council la karola.
You said that he actually insulted Bakausu.
And we have jango iko anarana Bakausu ngaya nenne.
And then he made the proposal that actually the Supreme Islamic Council was now out of it, and that he would be the one who would deal directly with Bakausu.
Anarana nying mira ko silang Supreme Islamic Council ila aidabo ndi konyi ila aidabo konyi kono sila atafangwa be konyi ntala.
He also said that he would be monitoring preachings or recordings of preachings of Bakausu, and that he would take action if anything was done that was out of line.
And another name for saying tafangwa be kuson sindro nyi nkela atafangwa be Bakausu kuson sonna ala kawandol nyi kono ala kasetol nyi kono membe be topotola be kuson sonna la jube ning Bakausu ku foje be alon ko anin silo nyi manta fodal silo fe aba tilenda silo la.
And it was on that basis that the meeting was concluded and it ended.
And can
you tell us what happened after the meeting? How did Bakausu carry on with his activities?
Okay, birimboraje asamo wadol be mo journalist wal ko tunala sokono journalist wal jama.
Well, after the meeting, when we left, we went home. But after all that, journalists started coming one after the other many times into the compound.
Yo, dol nata fo Bakausu ni journalist wal nata kan nafiko lel mode kane idanku ma kana kuma foye.
Well, someone came to Bakausu and told him that journalists are hypocrites. If they come here and wanted to question you, don't talk to them.
Bakausu nata fo ko journalist o man kan nafikre because membe mabore ko wolel ko ende pour dunia salon yela nyanto so ko journalist am do ko han kila fa kibar talal sotol.
He told them that I don't agree with what you say. You cannot call journalists hypocrites because they disseminate the information which should reach the people. Even the Prophet himself has people who disseminate his information.
Baisike kibar kendo talati moy mem fo so fa mem fo kana wala fa.
What is important is be a credible journalist. Tell the people what is the truth, what has really happened, but don't concoct lies and try to tell those lies to the people.
Mo follow men that wala Standard News and news Foroya.
The first media people who came there are from the Standard and Foroya.
And Independent.
Later on, the Independent newspaper also sent people.
But Standard News la monara mamfoga ko ko mbemendo kunu mbe woloto.
But I can remember his meeting with the Standard people happened in my presence. What he told them was that my stance yesterday is the same stance today. What I was doing yesterday is the same thing that I'm doing today. I don't change.
Ako karo nengaje ngasali nemayen kana sali.
He in fact told them that same day that if we see the moon, we will pray. But if we don't see the moon, we will not pray. And after all that, the oncoming Eid, which happened to be Tobaski, the same thing happened. People didn't pray together. We were there a few months later.
Can I just ask you, on the point of the Eid, on that particular occasion, do you remember the date that the Supreme Islamic Council announced?
Fansi la nyinin kano nyimba na sarola karola fo e hakilo samurano Supreme Islamic Council wo sangola ye lunjuma lel kankula ko mon nyanda sallaw lungol la.
No hakilo mo mudan.
No, I cannot remember the dates exactly.
Did your brother Bakausu Fofana pray on the date that was announced by the Supreme Islamic Council?
Fo ko roma Bakausu Fofana fo salta wo lungol la ban Supreme Islamic Council le lungo men kankula ba.
Bakausu doesn't pray according to their announcements. Except that we sighted the moon which coincides with their sighting.
Thank you very much. And essentially, nothing changed after the meeting between the president and the Supreme Islamic Council and Bakau. So in terms of his religious views, he continued as he was doing.
Munta femang faling meeting on kola Bakau la meeting kola ni Supreme Islamic Council ni ya jaman meeting kola meeting mensura femang faling atela miro ro atela ta menna femang faling jata tententa kala kolke atela ta menna
tendenda kawandola kaya maroka ka fatandro ka katonya fo kadal tala nyami.
Yes, he went on doing the same thing. He went on with his preaching, he continued his teachings, and he continued doing things as he was doing it before.
One
thing, we decided to talk to him about that, let him stop that, however difficult it may be to him.
Because
that is to name tribes, because if you talk about Mandinkas or you talk about Fulas or Wolofs or any other tribe, people will begin saying again, you see, he is now insulting the tribes again, even if he didn't use insulting words.
So you just asked him to avoid using the tribe card.
Amunda alnata na dia moya puru ay fonyo ka siol to kumandi.
Because bawon ka ko niata nyulbe dia mo bulem ba nate bo kawna ka fo nyamen kawni dlato ite mara hanite mo se buka kamfa bari tol kata ko yelman din nyama wala ka kamfa samana.
That is because we realize that what he says is not offensive, but it is because of those people who will go and narrate it in another way, which becomes inflammatory to those people he has mentioned. So this is why we decided to tell him to stop calling tribes, because even if he says it nicely, but the enemies will go and say it in another way, which becomes very bad to those he talked about.
And Mr. Fofana, you've already explained that Bakausu prayed on a different date, or perhaps the following day, from the date that was announced by the Supreme Islamic Council. Do you know if he was ever arrested for praying on a day that was different as that announced by the Supreme Islamic Council?
For jam fanon ko Bakausu Fofana te kasali lunna le me alon ko afansu lunga ate afansu lunga mento ba waranto lunna me alon ko ni Supreme Islamic Council bi kankula bi ate kasali o samolla fo ila londoro fo inana ka ya kalam dala ba nana salile me alon ko ate salteron salirin kola ina tana ya muta ya samba alaw saloka
no Bakausu buka sala afansu sallad ala man fo kila man fo men je kitabo kono nyo wali okang nin na salo nin kansulo la salo benda akake nana membe abukake.
No, no, I can say that Bakausu doesn't pray just because of himself. He follows the norm that has been the old way. If the prayer day coincides with the day that the Supreme Islamic Council announced, he prays with them. But if it happens that they didn't sight the moon or he didn't sight the moon, that's what brings the difference.
Mr. Fofana, that point is quite clear. My question was whether you had, Bakausu rather, had been arrested for praying on a different date than that announced by the Supreme Islamic Council. Mr. Interpreter, please kindly allow me to land before you start. Otherwise, our speeches just keep overlapping. Thank you.
Ako, abe menyining kakangole mnyintiko, Bakausu, fo inene nata mutalebang, kafo aning Supreme Islamic Council man sali nyola lum killing akawo dinkirale nyinin kafo nene soton tale fo nene ya muta wala le bang.
Yes, namana salola kola de buto o man foni sando bar 18 May 2012 inara arrest sokono sankeba sule jowo e matraje.
Well, salola kola moti bamfo
o ara mantra sal program fankon.
Well, the arrest I can remember was on 2012 18th May, but that day it was not about Eid prayers. It was something else that they came for him, but it was not about Eid prayers.
Yes, Mr. Fofana, I am aware of that particular arrest, but what I was referring to was the Eid prayers, whether he had been arrested in connection to that.
No, they've never arrested him because of Eid prayers.
Okay, thank you very much. And before we move on to the arrest that you just mentioned, I would like to show an excerpt of the video. Ovivan, can you please play the portion of the video so that the witness can identify.
Sila be left at ala arrest do la Carola. Sila bavar o vivan in kole ni video do play bang. Pour nga jumbe.
Fekene dañ jang alquran.
Na tara nga alquran o karam.
Xam li fa nek.
Nga lo mendi je.
Yow lu ñepp ne lo lañ buga yow nga ne do ko.
Mo be ta fala laftani ne da ma ya fani laftani ne la.
Si sa wax gi.
Akala kumo kamoto jang.
Confirm na li ñu la wax li ñu la tuma.
Nga yo a jeko ye mem fo jang ye tumile bara manke ko yafo. Ha?
Ila kabiri be ko mo fo kan ne.
Ah.
Ye ko mo fo jaay melon ko. Ñini ye men fo ani membe kaseto do wok be ya toñan ye.
Ako me comme biriye kumo fo membe kaseto ko na ni ye men saate la ko to amunta ko ite fango ye be to nyandi la kumo tole
bi nga waxe ne
biri ko
bi ñoo wax affaire wéri koor
biri be sunkar ko fola
ak affaire julli
anin saliwato
wa yow waxuñ la
ima foyte
Supreme Islamic Council ñoo decide rek
Supreme Islamic Council le a ko landi o nyama
nit yi ñoo wax la ko
mol na ta foye
léegi wax ma yow ban autorité nga am fii si Gambia ban
wayi tandi ite do ko sembe jumale soto ja wara landri nya jumale soto nyim banko nganja
ban autorité nga wut fii
yemu man sa yalla ñini njang
amuloo benn autorité fii
ite man
du si diine du si leneen amuloo benn autorité
amanke dino ko note amanke kudoti sembe o sembe te bulu jam fayda
official authority Supreme Islamic Council ñoo ko am
sembo men dita man sala karola man sakunda la karola wala mu Supreme Islamic Council le wala sembo soto
yow yaay kan be suñu waree def any decision ñu contact
ite mu jumaati na tara be decision o tala pour ñante te contact la
fan nga jàngee
ya karaminto
foo xam ne Supreme Islamic Council jàngewuñ fa yow
lan
lu es lan nga jànga lan la yàlla woon loo xam ne moo ëppal li ñu yàlla woon ñi la jiitu te jàngal
ite mu ne karam men siata ñu leen men karang waran ala so mu londile la men tambita ñu la londo la ñu lu be men yete karandi
nekkuloo si benn dëgga
ako nga itandi lay man tara toñaka
te nga ne yow am nga fit
ako ite ko ye jiso soto
nga tollu sa bopp ak ansu machine
ye fan tembendi ansu machine na kanna sor lala
be pare nga ñëw ba fii ñemeñ loo wax li nga waxoon si cassette
ina ta jang ye men fo cassette to man ha nya fola jang
ma nga amee cassette yi
aka ay cassette be soto le
waaye man duma la toppa si sa wax
a te normal la kuma kangoto
loolu taw ma gis jox la audience
o ma tinna fana e commande pour ani yesi
te li ma la bëgg a wax mooy
alafta men fole wala mu ñinti
du ma neexal kenn
ate mo nene la ate mo ma nene la wala mu nene ro
du ma neexal kenn
akate mo ma nene la
affaire diine
dina kuwoto
fitna ku ko bëgg a ekkati
fitna mo lafta wulindi la
billahi wala taala li ma loolu lay def te kenn
Ovivan, I think you've had enough.
abi menkela dole
billahi wallahi taala
Ovivan, we've watched enough. You can put it off now. Thank you very much. Mr. Fofana, have you had a chance to look at the video that was just played?
Mr. Fofana I harje o tale bam pour kany video ni ka jube bam
sa ngajale
Yes, I've seen it.
Are you able to identify Backhouse Fofana in that video?
ni video ni kono je ye va ba kausu ya bondino ya sute mol kono je la bam
mbe bakire fakire wata filda ma haninga bulu kono le jambo sute la sakanya da
Yes, I will never be able to. I will always recognize Backhouse wherever I see him. We are from the same mother and father.
Yeah,
Even
please just answer the question and tell us if you're able to identify him in the video or not.
ni ngaro jabir ron fo video ni kono ya sute mol kono je la bam
nga sute le
Yes, I recognized him.
And who was he?
adalam jumati
Just describe what he was wearing, perhaps.
fo isa ala mulunta nyoya tandino la mum fensi fal nelu
e tuku ni no sira donc ko nyaata be sori
He was the man with the tall hat and his shirt in front was embroidered.
In gold material?
Amunta allow for kesani kulorolti.
ya ga san kuloro
Yes, it was in gold color.
Ovivan, can you just play the video again, just a small segment showing Imam Backhouse so that he can identify him directly and point to him?
soo gisee ma au Supreme Islamic
ni aje nga Supreme Islamic Council kumandi mambo akalama
bi nga sa lettre bi nga binda
biri letaro safena
wax bi nga wax di ma tàgga
ye kumo men fo yentento
dama doon ree
akom bes jelol la
parce que soo déglee sa cassette li nga wax si sa xutba yi
ye kaseto men fo kutuboto
ma gis lettre bi
ngana letaroje
ma foog ne leena ñaari yëf moo ñëw si man
ako kufula le natante kan
ayda da nga dof
foy man kendea
o da nga fone man dama dox
waraite amirante tawali on taman kembe ante president
ken du man hade
ako mota nene la
ya ñam mbokay yo xamne
ako ye baadi ngol soto mi ya
Mr. Fofana, is that back also?
yellow lam.
Yes, he is
Thank
my
you very
brother.
much.
Yes, I recognize him. Akoy Numbara.
And is this the meeting held at State House that you were referring to earlier?
Nyina bengoti elements of State House ikamenda kumofu command.
Yes.
Mr. Chairman, we would like to tender the video into evidence as Exhibit 115.
Kabe daniro la kiaman buru nyim video nyin kala fe la sere jaro kan.
Request granted.
Kiaman kay ngatale.
And just to let you know, Mr. Chairman, that this is a 3-hour video. It's a long video, and thereafter we would allow the members of the commission to view it in their own time.
Kame for commission kiaman wala mnyinde nyim video nyim vana mu mondro wadi saba video lati. Andu nyaro sini be wado di la commission la pour yesi ya jube ning ajareta.
Understood.
Mr. Fofana, can we proceed?
Mr. Fofana si tenten no leba.
You mentioned the arrest and detention of Bakausu.
Ye afojanko Bakausu la mutu ani ya sindi dula killing ye.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe the date was in sometime in May 2012.
Until the ban nimfili da ngamera iko May karo kono
2018.
2018.
Atra jani kana arrest in 2018.
Before they came to arrest him.
Just hold on, Mr. Fofana. Let's just verify the information. It cannot be 2018.
But Kenla 2018 sound.
Sorry, 2012, 18 May.
It was 2012, 18th of May.
Thank you very much. Yes, I did think that was the date. Kindly just tell us how events unfolded on that day.
Afanye kola ta nyoka nyadi le ulungola.
Okay, well, Jani, kana arrest Aramiso mena. Jani Aramiso 2012.
Before they came to arrest him, it was on a Thursday. Before they came to arrest him on a Thursday,
May 12 or 13.
May 12th or 13th,
Ndafanga telephone singa Abdullah Fati telephone.
I personally took the telephone and called Abdullah Fati.
Around 11 o'clock, talantan ninkile waton talajam.
Around 11 a.m.
So manda 11.
11 a.m.
Ngata Abdullah Fati nga telephone.
I called Abdullah Fati.
Ngako atolel be marlen dino la banko kanjam.
I told him, you people are responsible for Islamic religion in this country.
Ba atolen councilor.
Because you are the people at the council.
Ngata Abdullah tafante kala kawando la mo bala jumala State House kawando kala mo bak.
I told him, I always listen to your Friday preachings at State House Mosque.
Andila kawandi to malu.
And the other preachings that you do.
Nga chebu chamo fana aka kawandi radio station na mol kala kawando la mo bak.
Chebu Cham also preaches at radio station. I also listen to that.
Nga Bakaus fana mol kala mo bak.
But Baukaus also, people listen to him.
Barato keta mo sabati na patio kera sa isini be kachado da isi do bete jelaila dolbe kebu jelaila dolbe njaya.
So it has now become 3 parties. Some people criticize you, some people criticize Chebu, and some people criticize Bakaus.
Femma sa fodino la nyowalia.
It was because of the dispute or the disagreement within the religion.
Nga chebu cham na kawanda ko kamo haram da kamo mandala be an men ka faje ninge do ma ko subo haram da kamo manda.
Chebu Cham used to say that Gamo is haram, and the sheep or goats that are slaughtered and are consumed at Gamos is haram meat. Is not clean meat.
Anena salatu ala nabi chebu cham nyol ko manda sal ko la kon kanak.
And after the prayers, the dua that we do, that's Salatul al-Nabi, to pray on behalf of the Prophet, Chebu Cham and his colleagues condemned it.
Ga duta dum councilon kede ye kara ya jembela gamola alka salatu ala nabi ba ko fana kara gamo ka salatu ala nabi san tolbe kele nyadi tol karambalol.
Because I see you, Imam, yourself, you go and attend Yaya Jammeh's Gamos, and you do the same thing there. You do this Salatul al-Nabi, the prayer that they do for the Prophet. Likewise, others who perform it. Now, if you condemn that, and you do it, and you people come and do it again, we will be confused.
Are you saying that the Supreme Islamic Council was basically practicing activities that they themselves had condemned?
For ikafala ko, ilafta kafako Supreme Islamic Council fangol. Ika kulle ke me yalan ko ndu yo idol fangol yo ko woli ya bangala re man songato.
No council mambalanka mola anin fonko comme banko la dina bulu jamal be na banko kan sai.
No, it's not the whole council which has condemned these things. We have a lot of sects, Islamic sects or religious sects in this country.
O chebu chamunyo wala tara wala conference leke e boka songa mola alfa ko conference nen kam mo different beje.
It is Chebu Cham and his group who condemn Gamo, and some elders attend these Gamos. Now, what is the difference? They do their meetings during daytime, and other people they do their Gamos at night. And because of the time, some people don't have time for the daytime, some people have time only for the night. So now what is the difference?
And these elders who attend these activities, are they part of the Supreme Islamic Council?
Alpha kata mabe nyimbengol to fo ifananda be Islamic Council la kafo kono labang.
Alpha Jumal.
Men kata nyingamol.
Oh, Alpha comme ça yen sa dolon kol men be gam men be da wol kamola miro kamo nen council be bo mira kelentole.
Well, as for elders living in the provinces, they have the same thinking with some members of the Supreme Islamic Council.
Because
some council members go and attend people's gamos.
Abulai
Fati and the President Murlamin Toure, sometimes they go and attend people's gamos.
Mr. Fofana, I'm just trying to understand you here. I had asked you the question whether or not the Supreme Islamic Council perhaps banned gamos, and yet they were attending gamos or approving other gamos.
Ko ngenyi ni kamera wala nyindiko ila London Supreme Islamic Council itol fangol silang e gamo fo ya bande ba non sai natana bande ro ki gamo la sai itol fangol wato do ikata gamol la gamol ma gamodol mabe fo ila lafta ko wala fa
no gamo namna wala ban ko mo fa namna bane man kamo ban.
No, they themselves at the Supreme Islamic Council never banned gamos.
I'm trying to understand why you were having that conversation with Abdul Fati.
Ko alaftalo na munana ining Abdul Fati yo kumofo.
And he was a member of the Supreme Islamic Council.
Adungate mu Supreme Islamic Council dingolete.
Help me understand.
Mako nga je fahamba.
Ruga Abdul Fati fonyadi.
Iko etening Abdul Fati ya kumandela ina yen kumakang kacha.
Okay, na kacha ta mena wala monka ko. Alisidia mudino nka chebu chamo ko kamo membetea. Itolla tara nka ko sai alte fere kala kuma fo mala ko kinya ko afon la dala foro. Ako chebu mankarang.
Well, the reason I called Abdullah Fati was that as a member of the Supreme Islamic Council, they attend gamos. And Chebu Cham is now condemning gamos. So this is what I don't understand. So this is why I told him to remind other members of the council to do something about it. But what Imam Fati told me that day about Chebu Cham was that Chebu Cham doesn't know anything.
So you're saying that you were asking Abdullah Fati to intervene and stop Chebu Cham from basically prohibiting gamos?
Amunta iko ilafta la puru Imam Fati aya dadung kuwenyi kono memu Chebu Cham la kuwa de isaje ay diam Chebu Cham ya bula ka dadung molla ku kuolto dino la kuwa mol ke la kuwa ke nyame.
Nga fa yina kam pour ko mo ko endri ke molba din dol ko kamo membe da do ko gamo be da sa mo nyanta mo ne kala bi gon tol mo supportal le tol ben tol nyan dol ko bule tol nyan sa be kala nyaadi.
Yes, the reason for all this was that I wanted them to clarify because they themselves attend gamos. But why is Chebu Cham now standing and condemning gamos? So this is what I want to know. And people like himself, the witness, they believe in gamos, they attend gamos. So this is why they want to know what is what.
Akonye Chebu mankaral kane dankala akonye ko mbita ne mare no wonton be baro mbata folo ban radio te diamol kala ko molbe ma ko mankarang nanda bano fala da bar mbita ne ma wala tonkong.
Because what Imam Fati told me that they also was Chebu is my in-law. He is the first person we should have banned, but he is my in-law. What he's saying is quite different from the truth. And he is not a learned person. He doesn't know anything.
Akonyane Omar Jite nyola ka hawla ke radio bari mankarang.
Including others like Omar Jite. They talk over the radio, they just talk and shout, but they don't know anything.
And Mr. Fofana, are you trying to say that there was some sort of uneven-handedness, perhaps in the way that the Supreme Islamic Council would normally lay down their rules and regulations?
Amunta ila kumwenye itandiko tilimbali abe kulu konole Supreme Islamic Council ka kulu tamandi nyami isonta doli yekumen ke kabalan doli so fo abe wonyale bang.
a janko be je because ba ko chebu ko bitan na modo wo menna ni bitan tare ba banale so ba ko su men ke bitanti wala dina ye kula o kan kani masa duniya la hanata tonyati.
Yes, this is how I saw things, because he said Jebu Cham is his in-law, but they never banned him, and he said Jebu is the first person they should have banned. Now they didn't ban him, and they know that he is saying things which are not correct, but they decided to take action against Kausu for doing the same things. So this is why I said that there is no even-handedness.
Thank you, Mr. Fofana. Mr. Fofana, I would just like to perhaps repeat some of the rules that we went through before we came here, because I have noticed that on quite a few occasions, when I do ask you a particular question, you tend to digress, and I know that this is something that perhaps you want to discuss, but my question was whether for us to go ahead and discuss the arrest and detention of Bakausu. Sorry, Mr. Interpreter.
Comme même fo wala nyindi ko ayaje alaftala pour nga muru ko ma demanding sartol la ay même fo enu ila diamo ni vision ko membe tankala andun kado ayaje ila sede andun vision ko waro do na nyinin karo bi ndo be ning ay nyinin ka ikala fle ka pour ka dulani kono fanundi.
We don't want to restrict what you're going to say, but we only have one more session left, and there are so many things that we need to discuss.
Malafike ka bandambile nyaro kela ko ni diamo ni fengeka bar sante abedamento fanna killing wolbe mbulu pour nganda dia ngasio ni nga kumfa.
In fact, the most important elements of your testimony we've still not heard it.
Ila sede andiro ni men kumada kono famfanke fam mo follow.
And my role here is just really to guide you and help you so that you will be able to deliver your testimony in the best way possible, and so that we can actually hear the important bits and pieces. So kindly help me to lead you so that answer my questions directly when I ask you, and don't answer questions that you have not been asked.
So mbele flake yende maro yende ma nyenyi nikame na yejabiro ke nyini karo la nyini karo nyate kanyame ikana nyini karo samba nyala myalon ko among imenyi nyini karo nyama.
Thank you very much.
Abaraka bage.
I hope you understand.
Jikira nyina ya fahamle lafta ngame ko.
Ngaje famle arasi nar na Kenya nyama fonga jar no silola wala na ngeen lot of.
Yes, I understand. The reason why I stated this is how he was arrested.
Thank you very much.
Akonyo ko barba ko so ngaste pleta ko mo wota be stop
Thank you very much. Perhaps also what you could do is just wait a little bit after I ask my questions, about 3 seconds before you respond.
Yeah, nyininga jande be jabiro gele be akoy sila mo minute second dantang second sabanyo sifalo jande be jabiro gele no de diamol be sele la nyokan.
Okay.
And in fact, we have come to the end of the second session. So when we come back, we will deal with the arrest and detention of Bakausu. And I'm sure you will help me and be brief so that we can cover that. Thank you very much. Mr. Chairman, I hand over the witness to you, or perhaps, we've come to the end of our second session, and it's time for the break.
Thank you, Council, and thank you, Mr. Fofana. We will take a 1 hour break and come back sharp to 2:30. Thank you. Meeting is adjourned.